Simon, you
Well,
can't forget this day.
Simon is a big man standing there with this stupid grin on his face, having seen Warwick Davis. Okay, he's a bit starstruck, and
Oh
we're
my god!
standing.
Yeah,
There's a little
I
bit
know
of a
what you're on
queue.
about
There's a little
now.
bit of a queue for Warwick Davis. Okay, so we're standing next to Warwick Davis. Okay, we're standing like there's some kids all getting him to like take pictures with him because
Oh,
the kids are about the
Jesus.
same height. Well, actually, they're mostly taller than Warwick Davis. Anyway, we're standing there, and there's these two people in front of us who are like obviously supposed to be celebrities as well. I think the woman wasn't actually, but the guy was, and it had his name in front of him, Tim Rose, and he had some sort of Star Wars badge on his front, and I sort of said, "Hi, yeah, I'm sorry, I don't really know who you are," and so he sort of said, he sort of looked at me like with a bit of sort of unhappiness, and then the woman said, "Oh yes, this is Tim Rose. He was a puppeteer who did Admiral Akbar and a few other characters in Star Wars, like Salacious Crumb, who's one of Simon's favourites, who I think we've mentioned before. Work is
Did you
quite well
immediately
known.
yell?
No,
No,
but
resisted.
we obviously resisted that. But I was like, "Oh, great, that's fantastic." And I sort of turned to Simon and said, "Weren't you? I think you're old enough to have seen the Star Wars films when you were young, when you were a kid. Is that right?" And Simon was like nodded. And then the man said, the man sort of looked at Simon quite kindly, and then the woman looked at Simon quite kindly because he's obviously wearing this bright blue Superman hoodie, bright blue trousers, and he's got this stupid grin on his face. And I'd sort of patted him on the shoulder, like as if he was like a special child. And I said, you saw Star Wars when you were a kid, didn't you, Simon? And you sort of nodded.
Oh god.
And so she said, "How
Oh
old
my
are
God.
you?" And Simon, what did you say?
I'm 32 years old. He was saying, it's a special day out. We've taken him out to come and see you. Good God. We didn't realise at the time. We didn't realise how it must have looked.
No,
Oh God!
but I said, it's a
oblivious.
special day out for you, Simon. I'm gonna get you a signed photo. Which one would you like?
Salacious
I mean-
Crumb.
It was just.
Oh, God.
I mean, at the time, we totally didn't think of it in that way because we'd obviously been joking and like talking to Batman and stuff previously. Well, oh my God, when we were talking
When
about this in the car afterwards, I almost
we
had
figured
a
out
crash.
how. Yeah, we figured out how it must have looked, and we were talking about it in the car. Lewis was just swerving all over the place, laughing. We almost died.
Oh god.
Oh God!
It was very funny. So then we met Warwick, didn't we? And
Oh, that's
again, I did
amazing.
most of the talking.
I can just imagine Simon sitting there just like, oh jeez, just staring at him.
The
Very
fact that
funny
I was
stuff.
just stood there with a big grin on my face, not really talking. Lewis talking for me, and I'm wearing this Superman top, surrounded by children. Oh God, it's terrible.
Example, but this was another one where, I mean, when you see the pictures, you'll see what I mean about Simon looking like he's come from a special home for slightly mental children. Because he's wearing like a one-piece Superman hoodie, blue jeans combo. It looks like a sort of pajama, a pair of set of pajamas, and his hair was a bit unruly, and he was just completely shocked and stunned.